Hi, everybody. This is Greg Gimeno, attorney with Chesapeake Wills and Trust, and author of the book, How to Protect Your Home and Life Savings in Maryland. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of funding your trust. Okay, so, in other videos, I've talked to you about what is a trust, what's a revocable trust, and how does it work. It's like having a box for your assets. But let's talk about what it means to fund the trust. And if you're doing research or looking online, you may see a whole lot of articles about that. But let's talk about what it means and why it is so important. So let's say that you have a bank account, a checking account, and you have a trust. Just because you have a bank account and just because you have a trust doesn't mean the bank account is automatically in the trust. In order to put that asset, in order to put that bank account into the trust, we have to change the legal owner of the bank account from you to you, trustee of your trust. And generally, for most banks, there's a simple way of doing it. It's by going to the bank and taking a certificate of trust or certain trust documents to the bank and changing the signature card at the bank. So we just change the registered owner from you to your trust, or to you, trustee of your trust. And now your bank account is in the trust. Now let's say we have a house, the house that you live in, you have vacation properties, you have rental properties, whatever it is. Just because you have those properties doesn't mean those properties are in the trust. So we have to go through a legal process by doing a deed and putting your deed, the deed to your house, into the trust. So now we would note that you are no longer the owner of the house, but you, as trustee of your trust, now owns the house. Now, there may be some other assets that you have, a table and chairs, a watch, your glasses, anything that you have, your personal property, the things that you have, you own, that don't have property. Well, you can declare them into the trust. You can say, I hereby put all of my personal effects, my furnishings, all those things, I can declare those to be in the trust. Sometimes we may do something called a schedule of assets, where we may list some very certain particular assets to go into the trust. Or you may do something called an assignment of personal property to make sure those things go into the trust. But unless those assets are in the trust, you don't really have a plan. And this is some of the things that we see, especially people who go online and maybe do a trust plan on their own. Great, you can get the documents. The documents are printed out. But an unfunded trust isn't worth the paper that it's written on. So when it comes time after your death and your family settles up your affairs, they may have to go through the court's probate process, even though you had a trust, because you didn't take the time to go through and place the items in the trust. And that's why we work really hard with our clients when we do things here in the office, to make sure that we don't just have you sign documents, but we actually go through a funding process on the back end. We consider the funding of the trust the beginning of the estate planning process and not the end. So there you have it. The importance of funding the trust to make sure that your assets go into the trust, whether it's taking some kind of legal title ownership, doing a title change to the bank or a financial institution, or doing the deed. Those things have to be done in order to have a fully functional trust plan. So thank you very much for watching our video. And if you are watching us on YouTube, as always, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you very much.